Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Lunch and Learn, where we are joined with some students of ours who are soon to be graduates and already coaches. I want to say soon to be coaches, but they're already coaches. They've stepped in that space already. And we have hit the marketing portion in day 3. So we are in the middle of lunch now, and we have a few, as I mentioned, students who are here to join us as we help them work through marketing is what we're opening the floor up to. But I mean, any questions that they do have, we'll try and answer for them. And also, if you guys have any questions, if you're out there, go ahead and feel free to shoot us some questions, and we'll do our best to try and get to those. Um, we will actually, in just a sec, actually, we have a couple surprises for you guys today before we get started. One is we have a special guest joining us tomorrow, which Brooke will talk about in a minute. And secondarily, I'm going to talk about Tuesday, which we have our regularly scheduled CLCI Live. On Tuesday, since Halloween's coming up, we do have a Halloween special-ish kind of thing. So we're going to be doing costumes, which not going to tell you what I'm dressed as. You're going to have to tune in to see. And I think Brooke will be joining me as well, and hopefully Lisa and some of the other staff.
You think I'll be joining you? Have I
I'm
ever
sure.
not joined you?
No, I'm sure Brooke will be joining. I'm thinking more of the staff as well. So regardless, we'll be there as always, and we are excited for that. Are you ready to go ahead and introduce or explain a little
I
bit
can go
about the
ahead and explain
guest?
what we're doing. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Brooke. I am the Chief Operating and Marketing Officer at Certified Life Coach Institute. And today we are doing a lunch and learn. But before we get started on the lunch and learn, what we're going to do is, or what I wanted to announce is tomorrow we are sponsoring a 7-month event called Coach Talks. And tomorrow we have the privilege, or I have the privilege, along with a couple other people, of interviewing Jack Canfield, who is the creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul and all of that good stuff. And so we will be doing that tomorrow at 1:30. And I have to figure out if that's Pacific Standard or Eastern Standard. I think it's Eastern Standard. So it would be 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, which would be 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. And that will be posted onto our feed. It'll be all over. So just keep your eyes open. If you tune into our live stream and our alumni group, which you can join if you're an alumni, that it will be posted to that as well. And we will have the pleasure of getting to speak with Jack Canfield, which is kind of exciting. So as for today, though, we have the pleasure of speaking with some of our students who will be the life coaches, certified professional life coaches, here in just a few hours. So what I'd like to do is have everybody introduce themselves first. And Jerome, do you want to take over and have everybody introduce yourselves and share with me in one sentence, if you can, what you guys want to work on today, okay? And let's start with Chantel. How about that? And then I'll hand it over to you after that, Jerome.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Chantel, and I just stepped back in, but I am wanting to get clarity on the scope of how I would deliver to my clients. The person that I'm going to be targeting are more executives, and helping them to get clarity with their thoughts, so that they can free up space in their mind to move on to do the next thing that they're trying to conquer.
Okay. All right. So we'll talk more a little about that in just a few minutes. Up next, we have Sharon. Oh, Jerome, I was going to have you. Oh, I can't hear you, Sharon.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I am looking to work with people through transitions, in particular as it relates to their careers and how they can figure out how to bring their authentic self into what they're doing, so that work isn't just work, it's just part of what they do and they enjoy it.
So today in this, how can I help you?
I'm trying to figure out how to put that in some kind of elevator speech, some shorten, like, this is what I can do for you, or what I'm interested in doing with you. There's all different types of transitions, be it going from a stay-at-home mom to all of a sudden having to have a career, or a young professional trying to decide, do I want to move up the ladder in this space I'm at, or do I go a different direction, to the person who maybe found out their job has been eliminated, and how do you take that next step and look for the positive of what you want to do next? So just trying to figure that out a little bit.
All righty. Up next, Sherry.
Hi, I'm Sherry. I'm looking to be a grief coach, and how you could help me today is to polish my elevator pitch, what I'm going to be putting out there. And the other thing is I am new to the whole having my own business, and I am technically challenged. So with marketing and how you do websites and Facebook and whatever else you can offer would be wonderful. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to, before we move on to the next, recommend that you check out our live stream, because we go into all of those things every Tuesday. That's what it's entirely for. It's for people like you who want help with all those steps. And that's really, we live to serve in that way. So, but we will help you as much as we can today as well. So
to go into those live streams, I've joined the group. So you just go in on Tuesdays, and
you can actually see them from our website. If you go to our website and you go under, there's a tab that says articles and tools, I think. And if you click on that, they're all right there for you. So
perfect.
Next up, Tamika.
Hi, I am looking for assistance with, like everybody else said, my elevator speech. Thanks for the info about the lives, because I'll go and review some of those tools so I can make sure that I'm savvy with Facebook and all the other social media when it comes to marketing. But yeah, I want assistance with my elevator speech, because I want to help people remove the limits and the boundaries that have been set, whether in their careers or their relationships, so they can get to their ultimate goals.
Okay. All right. Up next, we have Tim.
Hi, my name is Tim Ryan, and I'm here to learn more about the marketing for my hypnotherapy and coaching practice.
Okay. Up next, Cynthia.
Hi, I'm here like a lot of other people to clarify my elevator pitch. I don't think marketing is my strongest skill, so anything that I can learn, I'm very excited about.
Perfect. So I'm hearing from there's two things I was hearing for the most part, and that's talking about elevator pitches, and which is rightfully so. You guys were just working on them in class. What's amazing too is we just recently had an awesome article written too, which you should check out. Again, same spot, on elevator pitches. But before we go into elevator pitches, what I want to talk about a little bit, because I'm hearing this as a theme is where do I market? What channel do I use? I need to be everywhere. Kind of where do I go? How do I apply this, or where do I apply this? And so when we get into elevator pitches, one thing that I'll say to you is we need to talk to them emotionally. We need to talk about your client. And then the third thing is you need to go where your client is. So the first thing you should ask yourselves when it comes to figuring out where you want to get out is, where will you find this client? And that's where you should focus your energy and efforts. You don't have to, while it helps, yes, to have a page everywhere, because it's just good to have a page everywhere. You really want to focus your energy into a channel that is going to be the most fruitful for you, because you're only one person and you only have so many resources. So really start to narrow that focus. A website is crucial, but more crucial, or just as crucial, a landing page. I think that there's I know this, it's moved more towards landing pages in the way of websites. And what that means is a page that is simple and specifically targeted to whatever it is your client is searching for. Whereas a web page is usually much more in depth, and the landing page can take you to the web or to your website, right? But that having just a place where somebody can get to you and get to you quickly and book your services in the simplest state, right? The simplest state. It does not have to be pages and pages, and you can put up something very simple, and having them, directing them to that is a very, very important tool. And then I will say this to everybody, always list yourselves on Google My Business. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself. But mostly pick a single channel. Jerome, do you agree?
I agree. We say it all the time. Get comfortable with one channel, especially if you're not too familiar with that particular channel, but you do understand your audience is going to that. You want to get comfortable with that. And then if you feel the need to stretch elsewhere, you can move from there, but get comfortable with one channel. Make sure you are there and easy to find. And then from there, you can go ahead and branch out.
So let's begin. So do you guys have any questions? By the way, you can just unmute yourselves and participate. And I would love if you guys have input for anybody else as we go through this process, share it. You know, Jerome and I don't have all the answers. I love your input and feedback. So just unmute and participate. But do you guys have any questions with regard to that, what we just talked about?
Yes. So the landing page, so let's just say, like, is that what people use on Facebook, and then it directs them over to their actual website?
So the landing page is a part of your website. What a landing page is, though, is when you click on a website, what do you think of when you click on a website? There's probably a lot of information there.
Right. They're all about me, and then all the tabs.
So a landing page would just be, if I was searching for you, and I was searching for, if you do, what kind of coaching do you do?
I'm just starting. So
okay. Well, ideal pie in the sky. What kind of coach do you want to be?
Executives, big business people.
So you would have a page that spoke to that executive directly, basically, that it was simple, and it had one button, and that one button took them to the next step. So it would be like, this is me, I'm Chantel Ricks, this is what I do. But it's not even that. It's not, this is me. It's, this is what you need. This is what you're searching for. This is how I serve you, basically. So and that's the two. You're talking about them, not yourself, in your marketing.
Is that where the elevator pitch would be?
And that's where you could put your elevator pitch. You may even want to simplify that a bit too. Like, I'm talking about, boom, like as few words as possible, get to that emotional punch in the face, which we'll talk more about as we go through these elevator pitches. So why don't we start with that? And then what that does is it can link to your more in-depth homepage from there, right? So that can take you to, they can, if they want to explore further, they can then click on your website and look into your homepage, and from there find your about me, etc. But ideally, though, there would just be one button, and that button would take them to the next step of booking you, getting their information, which if it's giving them a lead hook and that's how you got them there, then you want to collect their email address and then send them from there. You want to guide people through the internet. They want their hands held the whole way. They really do. And they don't want to have to think. The moment somebody has to think, they're clicking out. They're gone. They just want, boom, the easiest, shortest distance between 2 points. So that's critical when it comes to creating your landing page for your website. And honestly, it's so important. So if I'm somebody, now most people who are going to find you are going to already have some experience with you. And that's when they get to your website, they'll already have an idea of who you are. Mm-hmm. And so they'll be searching for, let's say you put out a post, and the post is specifically speaking to a certain kind of executive, right? Mm-hmm. If I click into your website and it doesn't, or your landing page, and it doesn't speak to that exact thing that you just posted about on some level, it doesn't marry with one another, I'm clicking out, because I'm like, well, that's not what I was looking for. So right. You have to be very deliberate match. That's why branding is so critical, and bringing those, it's marrying those two concepts, and making sure you're consistent. So as people go through, they build trust. They know this is what I'm getting with Chantel Ricks. I get it here in Facebook. I get the same thing here on her landing page. I get the same thing here on her website. Okay, she's consistent. I believe that she can help me.
Okay.
So it's about all marketing really is about building trust, because nobody trusts anybody on the internet. Truly. So you have to, that's why it takes some time, because we're all skeptics. We're all like, you're marketing, you're selling, I don't believe you. Nobody's, I mean, it just, we all question it. So the idea is the more consistent you are across the board, the better you build trust with your audience. So
can I just ask one more question? So if my actual web page has the 3 different things that I do, is that going to muddy the water?
So you can on your homepage have the 3 things. I would have 3 separate landing pages though. I would have very deliberate sections. So why? Because again, it's paralysis by analysis. Giving people too many options, they might choose, they'll choose nothing, right? Or how do they choose what's the best? So they already know in their mind what they're looking for subconsciously. So you just want to make sure that you are speaking to that the whole way and guiding them through. So just be very, when we're trying to sell ourselves, there's an inclination to want to just put it everywhere, say we can do everything, all of that, and you can, but truly most people are looking for something specific. So be specific with what you're doing. So
thank you so much.
And on the same note, as you build trust in that one area, it will then lend itself to you building trust in all the other areas too, as you branch out. If you are good at this, people will more easily trust that you're good at other things.
Okay, I got that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay, next up, let's do Sharon.
Struggling with that unmute.
Yeah, we all do.
I really am trying to figure out how to narrow down the message that I want to bring to potential clients around navigating through change, whether it's forced upon you or it's looking into a new direction you want to go within your career. And
you have an elevator pitch written out?
I started working on a couple different things. One of the ones was I empower people to navigate transition by discovering their authentic self and finding joy in the work that they do.
Okay. Hold on. That was wordy.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want you to say it like you mean it.
I was reading it. Yeah, it's too wordy. Yeah, so that's where I'm struggling a little bit. I mean, when I was writing down words during the class that kind of meant something to me, resiliency, when you are forced into change that you weren't expecting, and how do you, kind of reframe the way you think about that. But then I also just, I guess by nature, work with a lot of young professionals, just kind of thinking through like what kind of tracks they want to go down.
So when you envisioned your ideal client, when he took you through that ideal client exercise, who was sitting in front of you?
I had a female in her 30s, professional, kind of at this point where she's trying to decide what's next and where does she want to go. I didn't go as far as to picture a mother, but that's kind of what I have in my mind of trying to balance this career tipping point of managing it all, being a mom, a wife.
What is she suffering from? Like in this moment, why is she coming to you? What is happening in her life daily or on a regular basis that is causing her to feel uncomfortable enough to seek assistance?
Just really decision on where to take the career next. And I work in a field that one track that send
So
people down.
I'm going to stop you really quick. So yeah, it's the decision, it's wanting to decide, but
Correct.
what is a consequence of not deciding? What is the emotional consequence? What are they feeling? Because in this moment, what are they experiencing that is even causing them to want to change their career or direction?
Yeah, I think just I think it's really just reaching a point of feeling like there's no opportunity to grow.
Okay.
And so like figuring out like is there actually opportunity to grow, and what does growth actually mean?
When I say to you, just so you can sort of hear it, when I say to you, okay, well, I'm talking to women who are, you know, they want to change in their career, they're feeling like they want some balance and how to manage and they don't know where to go. Or when you say, I speak to women who feel like there's no opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference. And so that's why we want to get to that emotional, this is what they're feeling. We again decide things on a with our reptilian brain. Some people say 90% of decision making is done subconsciously. And so we have to appeal to that animal, that emotion first, in order for them to even tune in to you. Once they've tuned in, you can then appeal to the human, right?
Okay. Yep. Thank
so
you.
That makes okay. So we've got the first part now a little bit. Let's sit down. Let's figure out the benefit. So once we know who they are. They're women who feel like they have no opportunity. What is the benefit of working for you? How do we finesse that in there? Or with you, I should say.
Well, I'd like to help them see that there is opportunity and there's ways to grow in your career, personal life, whatever, when you can understand what's important.
Again, you'd like to help them.
Right.
Or will you help them?
Oh, I will.
Going to help them.
I will.
You will. Okay, good. We're gonna get.
Yeah.
You will,
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why you're sitting here. So when you're helping them, what is the result of your assistance, of your coaching?
I think clarity. They'll have some clarity on where they want to go next and how they can bring their authentic self to that.
So what is having clarity on where I want to go and being my authentic self show? What does that look like for me every day?
That's a good question, and it looks to me different than it could for other people. But you know, one of the exercises I've been through with coaching myself is a vision board, which I keep in front of me all the time, that helps remind me when I'm in situations of where I ultimately want to go.
So when you're looking at that vision board, what do you experience? What is that like? How does that help you?
It helps me with some clarity. So when I start to feel a little stuck in a situation, I go back to that and I ask myself, is this situation getting me closer to where I want to be? Okay. Overall as a vision.
So when I hear clarity, what I'm hearing you say, I mean, what you just said, you clarified clarity for me. It's that you look at the big picture and you get them closer. If you're making sure what their decisions they're making are getting them closer to the big picture, their ultimate goals, right? And that you're able to, that's what your clarity provides them. It provides them the I guess the confidence knowing that they are making decisions getting them closer to their ultimate goal, whatever that may be, right? So keep working on that and we'll circle back to you. Okay. And then I want to hear it after we've gone through everybody. Up next, we have Sherry.
I think I've gone, but I still want to work on my elevator pitch. I want to be into brief coaching. And so far, I help individuals who have experienced loss to find acceptance to live again.
Mm-hmm. 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 My only find acceptance to live again. I'm just thinking about, I feel like I want,
It's missing
acceptance to me doesn't get people, it's not a moving word, you know, it's like, okay, I've got acceptance and now I'm going to move into, you know, so I feel like you might want to add a verb in there, basically, where find acceptance so that they can move into the next phase of their, or learn to live again,
They
right?
can live again, so that they can live again.
Yeah, that would work. I mean, I just,
Find acceptance so that they can live again.
yes,
Start to live again.
so that they can learn to live again. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that, or so they can.
Just read it both ways for me.
Okay, I help individuals who have experienced loss to find acceptance so that they can live again. I help individuals who have experienced loss to find acceptance. So we said to find acceptance. So, I help individuals who have experienced loss to find acceptance so they can live again. I help individuals who experience loss to find acceptance so that they can live again.
I like the second one.
Okay.
I also, so you guys, this is a note for everybody. When you're writing this on your website, you're not going to say, I help individuals. You're going to say, I help you. I will help you. And you're going to speak directly to people so that you can learn to live again. And that's just a note, so you know. All right. So, and we'll circle back if you want to, because as we go through, you might change
I
things.
help individuals, or I can help, or I will help you.
Well, on the website, I will help you. I help you. Or you will say, I mean, sometimes I just ask a question, and it's that emotional hook in when I do a website. When I just did, well, I mean, you just want to get them on the emotional. So, but as far as the elevator pitch, you're getting there. I would say I help individuals, and you may want to get more specific with individuals too. Individuals is a little broad. Are these women? Are they business professionals? Are they what kind of your ideal client? Who were they?
It was a middle-aged woman, middle class.
What does she do every day for fun? Like, what does her life entail? What does she get out of bed and do?
Family, wife, mother, works.
Okay. So you may want to even say I help, and again you can change this, but mothers or business women, you might just want to get, depending on where your audience is or who you're speaking to, you might want to just sort of narrow that individuals a bit, because it is a little broad. Even though
can you go with just women?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, to go with, I mean, even that I mean, women, and then you may even want to get narrow. I mean, you're whoever you're talking to. You said about middle age, so I help. I mean, you can say middle-aged women, but it might be a prettier way to say that. But yeah, I would just narrow that down a bit as well. So, all right, I'm gonna move forward to Tamika. Tamika, hello.
Hi. Well, I've been working on this little elevator speech and listening to what you said and trying to hone it, you know.
Yeah, what people don't realize is if you get to go later, you have a little bit of an advantage.
Right. So when you was like, use you, I was like already there. That helped. But so far, I've changed my elevator speech to say this: I assist you to remove the barriers that have limited you in achieving your ultimate relational or career goals.
Okay, the beginning is we need to get simple. We need to get emotional. We need to get, you need to connect with my emotion, because right now it is too analytical brained at the moment. So we've got to get to that pain point. The reason that they're coming to, what are they suffering from that is caused, because people are either motivated away from pain or towards pleasure. So what pain is causing them to get into action? Because that's what gets us moving. It's the pain has gotten to a point that they want some change. So what is that pain?
I think it's the barriers that they've created in their own mind. So not necessarily something external.
What happens to me when I have barriers?
I don't move.
You don't move. Okay. You're stuck. You're stuck. Okay. That I understand stuck better than barriers. So I help people who are stuck. But I think we can even get even more. What happens when what happens for me emotionally on an emotional level when I feel stuck?
I'm stagnant.
And when I'm stagnant, what do I feel?
What do you feel when you're stagnant?
Yeah, what do I feel when I'm stuck and I can't move? What do I feel?
I feel like I'm in bondage. Like,
okay. And that causes what in you?
You're either fearful,
okay,
or you're either angry, one of the two.
So I help people who are angry about being stuck, or who are afraid of being stuck, or who are stuck and afraid.
Okay. All right. I help people who are stuck and afraid. And then transition to say that I help them move past that. And
hold on. Will you do a little exercise with me really quick?
Sure.
Okay, I want you to close your eyes.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to take a couple deep breaths. And while you're doing that, I want you to start to think about a time in your life where you felt stuck. And as you're thinking about that, I want you to also be paying attention to your breathing and think about that time. But then as you're thinking about that time, I want you to breathe in that memory and bring it down to your heart. Your heart is where your emotion lies, right? Mm-hmm. And you're in that moment. And I want you to tell me what you felt, but don't tell me. Tell you what you were feeling at that time.
I guess intense emotion.
And what were those emotions?
Like, I just got to get out. I got to break out. Mm-hmm. I'm stifled. I can't breathe.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I'm spinning my wheels and I'm just not getting anywhere. I'm not making traction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I would say. Feeling like you're spinning your wheels, you're not making any forward movement.
How can you today help that you? Tell that you how you can help them.
I can help you identify why you feel stuck, to move from that place. So
the movement. Okay. So
get forward movement.
At the beginning of your pitch, what I want to hear is that emotional, what you were feeling. Tell me, I want you to express that emotion, that in those words, in the simplest words, the words you used. That's what's the start of your elevator pitch. That's your emotional hook. And then you're going to take them from there. I will get you into movement and motion, and then we'll get the benefits after that. Okay. But it's just that we really want to infuse you. I can tell you're a little like me, probably a little analytical brained, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes being able to get in that emotional space and speak that language can be a little harder. So really try to connect with that heart. What?
Yeah, I would rephrase it to ask the question.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like you're stuck?
Okay, well then let's do that.
Yeah, I would.
Honestly, you can say, do you feel like you're stuck?
Mhm.
Yeah, then that can be the start. I mean, we have a structure for this, but I can help you I can help you, and this will happen. I am a life coach or executive coach, and do you feel like you're stuck? That is the emotional hook right there. Do you feel trapped? Do you feel like you're spinning your wheels? Are you exhausted every day and feel like you're getting nowhere? And then you give them the elevator pitch after that, right? I can help you. This is how, and this is what the result will be. All right, we'll come back over. Tim, your turn. Hello.
And yes, I got the benefit of listening in. What I've come and gelled together is I help people who are overwhelmed by post-traumatic stress reconnect with happiness.
Oh, that's me. That's a beautiful thing that you do. I help people who are overwhelmed, and that's what you are. You're very overwhelmed when you have PTSD. You absolutely are. And then the end for me again.
Reconnect with happiness.
Reconnect with happiness. I like that. I do. I like it. I think it's great, actually.
I wasn't sure if the happiness was too broad.
Happiness is a little broad. I was thinking reconnect with happiness, and I'm taking this to a totally personal level. Like, so I'm like, what did I feel when I was like feeling? And it's it's overwhelmed, and then wondering if you'll ever be normal or be able to experience life like normal people again was a big part of and just be able to just exist as a normal, as you said, happy human being, and that's can be very difficult in that situation. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I use reconnect with happiness in my hypnotherapy practice, so just to kind of keep things in line. But again, just wanted to make sure it wasn't too broad.
If you were to narrow happiness down, how does my life change by being happy every day?
Like you were saying, with my clients, I just want to be normal.
Mm-hmm.
But is that, I don't know if that's...
No, I think that's, I mean, to feel like you make sense, to be normal, like that. I mean, okay, as much as I tout, raise your freak flag high and be a weirdo, there's a whole different, it's a different thing. It's about just feeling normal enough to get out of bed and live and be able to feed yourself and get work and be thriving. And you have to sort of learn to live life, like exist in the world again, and how to thrive doing that. It is a relearning process. And then once you've done that, you can be as weird as you want. Because at least you got, your dots are connected here. So I think I like it. I do quite a bit.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cynthia.
Hi.
Hi.
So I have, I'm working on it. I help, well, I'm going to say it's gone back and forth from people to, because when the person that came to me was male, when the ideal client. So I help men redefine their own power and access their creativity so they can jumpstart their inner activist.
So I don't hear why they would seek you in the first place, right? That emotional hook. You help them to redefine. Okay, so why did they need to redefine? What is causing
feeling? Because see, it was just too wordy. That was the thing. I felt like it was too.
We can narrow that down, but that's the thing is we want it. What you took out though is really the most important part, which is that emotional connection.
People who are feeling powerless to make change, I help.
You know, I don't think you have to say power to make change. People who are feeling powerless.
Okay. So then B, I help people who are feeling powerless redefine their own power and access their creativity so they can jumpstart their inner activist.
Okay, so I think we can't, it is verbose. So we
I know.
use power twice in there. So we say, I help people who are feeling powerless to, I think it's going to be implied that you're helping them to rediscover their power. So you don't have to
Okay.
say that again.
Okay, so I can say access their creativity then? Or not?
Access their creativity.
Yeah, so they can jumpstart, but that seems like it doesn't really.
Yeah, I don't think we need to say access their creativity. I think you could say creatively jumpstart.
You're good. Creatively jumpstart their own inner activist.
Now, if they're creatively jumpstart their own inner activists, so that what can happen? So that what happens in their lives after that? What happens
So
every
that
day?
they can feel like, I mean, it's, the idea was to that they can feel like they're helping to make changes in the world.
So they can jumpstart their inner activists so that they can change the world. They can, I think we can get more personal with the change the world a little bit. However, that is very romantic, and I mean, people will gravitate to that.
Okay. Well, that's the basic, thank you very much, because that's much clearer, and that is the basic, that's the basic thing. So, you know, maybe I can work on the wording of change.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna make everybody read theirs again. Hi, Dan, I see you. I see you in the kitty. All right, we let's see, Chantel, did we worked with you, right?
Did, but I never read my
oh yeah, okay, so if you want to read your pitch.
Okay. So mine says, do you need clarity?
Come on.
I can help you to clear your thoughts and free up your mind space.
I can help you to clear up your and free up your mind space. So to clear up your thoughts, when my thoughts are unclear, what is happening to me emotionally?
Emotionally, you're sharper.
No, but I mean, I want to know beforehand, when I'm unclear, when my thoughts are unclear,
well, that person is in a fog.
What? You're in a fog. Okay, that works. I help people who feel like they're in a fog, or because we want to talk about what they'll connect with is that emotional moment. I'm suffering from this. I want this, and that's the benefit, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if I started it out by saying, do you feel like you're in a do you feel like you're in a fog and you can't see your way clear?
Well, I mean, you could. I don't even think if you wanted to start with posing a question on your website, just say, "Are you in a fog?" or
"Are you in a fog?"
Want to see clearly.
Okay.
And know how to X, Y, and Z, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Okay, so is anybody any final questions, thoughts? How are we at with time, Dan? I'm not paying attention. 3 minutes? Okay, so any final thoughts, guys? Any final questions? Danger says hi. This is Danger. Hi, everybody. He wanted to be on camera. Danger is my kitty's name.
Now Onyx just perked up because she's like, I'm gonna get noticed too.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about the word help? How about either serve or assist?
Honestly, you know your audience better. So, right, if help doesn't resonate with you, then I wouldn't use it.
Would you use the word serve? Like I serve. What I wrote down was, I serve women overwhelmed with grief to find peace, reconnect, and live again.
I like serve. I do like serve. I do. Just know that there's no absolute right answer, right? There's no, so you're able, that's why you can test things. That's why Dan said, don't be married. You're dating things, but because there is no, this is the right way. This is the right word. This is the right answer. It's different things will resonate with different people. So put out there what feels right and resonates with you, that is you, authentically you, because and go about it your way too. Don't be afraid to do that. Because everybody's going to have their own process, their own way of connecting, but if you are authentic in your choices, then you'll get an audience that picks you because you're being authentic. That authenticity is what people connect to. So
Thank you.
alrighty, I think I'm about done. So I'm gonna sign off of the live here and then hand it back over to Dan. Thank you guys so much. It was wonderful. And those of you guys watching, leave comments, share this if like it. Check out Certified Life Coach Institute. This is our in-class lunch and learn, and these people here will be life coaches very soon. So it's very exciting. Tomorrow I'll be doing an interview with Jack Canfield at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I'll see you there. Everybody have an awesome day. Bye.
Cool. Thanks, Brooke. Thank you. All right.